Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pineapples and Pixels podcast. I'm your host, Pineapple the Fruit. This is your fellow host.
8-bit.
So today is a day. Can you believe it? Day after day, every day is a day. It's so weird. We never have a day that's just not a day. I wonder if it'll ever happen.
Will we have a day that is not a day?
I wonder if we'll ever have a time that we live in where it is not a day. When do you think days will become illegal?
When will daytime be illegal?
When will daytime be illegal? Yeah, sure.
When the sun kills.
When the sun kills. Oh no. Doesn't the sun already kill?
I'm ending this bit.
So it's been a week. A lot of stuff's happened.
Yep.
I think Resident Evil Village came out and that flew right over my head. The only
Yeah, me
reason I know
too.
is because I went on Twitter and then all I saw was Lady Dimitrescu.
I think it's Demestricu.
I thought someone said the U was silent. Oh,
Oh,
you're wrong.
I have no idea how to pronounce it, honestly.
Vampire.
Vampire lady. Tall vampire lady.
Tall, powerful vampire lady. But yeah, I got a lot of that on my timeline. Unsurprisingly.
No, that's not surprising.
I still haven't played the demo. You played the demo though.
I've played a little bit of the demo.
Was
I've
it
not played the demo. I've looked at the demo.
was it good?
It looks pretty. I didn't
Oh.
really play the demo is the problem. I haven't had
Oh.
time.
Oh.
Uh, I basically use it as a benchmark.
Oh, so you just now you know that you can play this gen games.
Yes. And the benchmark of it was really good. I was able to run the game at the highest possible settings at 1080p.
Yeah.
I don't I don't know if DLSS is in there, but I didn't see it.
Mhm.
So, there's that.
It should be. DLSS and ray tracing should start to be a standard, which it kind of is.
Should.
Because we got ray tracing in Village, we got ray tracing on PS5, Xbox One.
Yeah. Ray tracing is getting popular, but it needs DLSS to work.
Yeah.
Without
Unless you have like
DLSS, it is
3090.
Yeah, it's very laggy without DLSS. DLSS is a great
Yes,
concept.
unless you have a 30 series, because don't the 30. Oh, no, you have a 3060, right?
I have a 3060. Only
Oh,
the 30.
yeah.
The problem is the only thing that actually uses DLSS is the 30 series. It's only the Ampere cards that have that.
I was gonna say that I thought the 30 series cards were built like really for ray tracing.
They were built for ray tracing, but they're also built for ray tracing because of their DLSS capabilities.
Okay.
That's what makes them specifically more viable than other cards.
That makes sense.
Because the RTX line started with the 20 series, but the problem with the 20 series is they weren't nearly as powerful as the Ampere cards, and they also didn't have DLSS support as much.
Ooh.
You can do it, but it's not as good.
Yeah. Darn.
Yeah. Speaking of DLSS, or things like that, because there's other methods, Returnal, I think it was called, came out recently on the PS5. I
Oh,
believe
did
it's an
Returnal come
exclusive.
out? I thought it got delayed.
I know it's out.
Nice. Did we
It
get
came out on the
reviews on it?
PS5. I've heard it's really good, but I'm gonna go over a controversy that people had for a dumb reason.
Oh, okay.
So people were upset. It's basically just console wars type stuff.
Oh, that's
People were
dumb.
upset because the game natively runs at 1080p.
What?
They're
What?
upset that the game natively runs at 1080p, but is upscaled to I think 4K.
Okay.
That's it.
Why?
I don't know. It's like really stupid.
Why?
I could get it if it only ran at 1080p, but no, it runs at an upscaled 1440p at 60 frames per second.
What are they complaining about?
That is what? That's a great performance.
That's pretty good. That's
Yeah,
basically what literally every. That's basically what deal. That it. That I mean, that's basically what most like gaming PCs run on. You don't run it
yeah,
native 4K. You run it
yeah,
upscaled like DLSS 4K.
yeah. I mean, you used to do native 4K, but now that we have the ability to DLSS, it makes things run a
I do.
lot better.
Why would you not do that? Why don't? What? What? Why is the internet?
I don't know. It's one of those things like because I don't think they have DLSS. They use a different technique, but it's like one of those things that you wouldn't notice unless you specifically looked into it.
It's.
The only time you would ever realize it's not native 1440 or I think
Yeah.
4K, one of the two, would be if you literally compared it on like Digital Foundry. It's the only time. If you can't actively tell, it's kind of stupid.
Uh-huh. Uh. Why is the internet?
Internet dumb.
Why?
I need to also if you're like concerned about this, just remember your PS5 is $500. That's that's not gonna be super powerful gaming PC machine.
That's just gonna be really good console.
Yeah, you're lucky it's as powerful as it is, honestly.
There's a reason you don't expect a PS5 to run between generations. It's built for the generation it sits in.
Yeah,
That's the
I don't
benefit of gaming
expect.
PCs is they transition between generations really well.
Yeah, like
Hmm.
I don't expect the PS4 to run many PS5 games,
Yeah.
and we saw that did not work. Still, Returnal looks fine. The game is really pretty.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
Ugh. That's
dumb
really
controversy in
weird.
my opinion, but that was about it. I'm glad they went with performance rather than native 4K at 30.
Oh yeah.
Frame rate is always better,
Hmm.
in my opinion. It makes the game. It actually impacts the gameplay. I
Oh
feel
yeah.
like a resolution doesn't really impact it as much.
Yeah.
Then again, this is coming from a guy who plays at 1080p, so
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
don't have a 4K monitor yet. I'm not gonna get a 4K monitor even. My highest is I'm gonna go 1440p, and that's it.
Hmm.
I don't really want to do 4K for a bit. My other problem is I looked into monitors recently, and they don't make monitors in my size.
What do you mean?
So I have a 23-inch monitor.
Yeah?
There aren't 1440p 23-inch monitors.
Oh, that's weird.
They're all 27 inches.
That's really weird. Do you not
If
have
I
enough
look
room
for
for 27 inches?
no, I barely have enough room for my 23-inch.
Oh. Oh no.
I definitely couldn't fit a 27-inch monitor unless it was like really high up and then still not super well. Maybe if it was curved.
Maybe. Why not get a 34 inch?
That is worse. It's just it's
Here's.
weird.
It is weird. Here's one that's 24.
I could probably push 24. Does it have
It's
what's its
Lenovo.
hertz? How many hertz does it have?
It's $200 for 75 hertz,
Mm.
which is not fantastic.
I kind of so that's the other thing. I also wanted to
FreeSync
have
though.
at least 144 hertz.
Dude, that's a lot of money. You're gonna be dropping like $250 on a monitor.
I know. Do I need 144
Oh, here's one that's
hertz?
27 inches. Oh, wait, that's 27 inches. That's not.
Yeah.
Fuck. Fuck.
I mean, I guess I could go between that, is lower there an amount lower than 144 hertz that's not like 60?
120.
That works.
That was just a number I haven't seen one. It was just a number that I was throwing out. Here's one that's 24 inch, 75 display. But yeah, I guess you're right.
I guess I'd go with
Holy
75.
hell. Well, 75 is what I have, and there's honestly, you don't notice the difference.
Yeah, the problem is I have a 60 hertz monitor. I feel like the difference between 60 hertz to 75 is not going to be that big.
Holy hell. Yeah, I guess they don't
100.
make... I guess they just don't make 1440p monitors at 23. That's so weird.
I know, it's just an oddly specific thing. Wouldn't that be cheaper?
Maybe they can't make panels like that at that size.
Maybe.
Like maybe 1440p has to be wider than 1080p.
That would make sense. I could see that. Because that's like one of those in between resolutions, isn't it?
Oh, well, here's a Samsung curved one that's 24 inches.
Can you send it my way?
I don't. Let me check. It does not. It has FreeSync. Yeah, refresh rate up to 144 hertz.
Nice. Does FreeSync work with NVIDIA cards?
No idea.
Okay.
No idea.
I know there's G-Sync, and then there's NVIDIA. Like NVIDIA has G-Sync, AMD has FreeSync, but I think FreeSyncs work with everything.
Yeah.
How much was this? 200? I could probably drop 200.
I think it's 300. No, it's 200.
It's 200. Yeah.
Is it 1440p? I didn't check.
Resolution.
Oh, it's 1080. Damn. I guess they
man.
don't. They don't make 1440p.
No.
What the hell?
That's so weird. And I don't want to see the problem with 4K for me is I've heard 4K monitors look terrible when they're set to 1080p.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to be stuck with a monitor that the games are going to look bad on with a graphics card that can't do that. Because I don't think I have a 4K RTX 60 FPS card.
Yeah.
I have a 1440p 60 FPS card. As for the refresh rate thing, the only reason I want it high, for the most part, I'll be playing 60 FPS. I don't really care to have resolutions better than 60. I'm just really annoyed by having to turn VSync on.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could probably go for a 75 hertz display that has G-Sync or FreeSync. I just hate syncing.
Mm-hmm.
I hate screen tears. They're annoying. And VSync always impacts my performance for some weird reason. It's not like it just stabilizes it or it keeps it at 60. It actually makes it run worse. Depending on the game.
I don't think they make... I don't think they make monitors that... I don't think they make 1440p monitors that are that small.
That is so weird.
And you can't clear any space? That sucks.
No, here I'll show you. There's my camera.
Right here! I stole it!
Have it as my controller.
Your camera is mine for the taking.
Oh, I think I found it.
Oh. Alright, here we are.
I will just, So, see the space thing?
Oh my god. No, I do see that.
See, I couldn't do 7 inches.
I mean, maybe.
If
Well,
it were curved, maybe, but that's about it.
yeah, no, I definitely see your problem.
Yeah.
Unless you didn't want to have your monitor center.
No. See, size. I'm at this. I'm at the very specific problem that like a few streamers have had, where it's like I can afford the monitor, I can't find one that fits.
Buy a new desk.
So I can't afford that.
Why not?
That's more money than I want to spend. Desks are expensive, man.
Not if you don't get like a fancy one. Okay,
Desks
I
are
have
expensive.
I have been desk shopping for so long. I have been desk shopping recently because I want one of those fucking the ones. Okay, so you know how I told you at one point I was like I want a standing desk cuz my legs
Yeah.
hurt. I want one of those freaking desks that you can like change how tall it is.
Yeah.
So I've been looking into those, and even those are only like $240, and that's it has like all the fancy motors and crap in it. You could definitely find one for like,
Hmm.
I guess still like 100, but like
Huh.
honestly, if I get a job, that might be the first thing I buy. Is a new
Desk.
fucking desk. It's a desk.
That's funny. Maybe I'll get one then. I'll look into it. To reorganize everything, though.
Oh, I love that.
No, I hate that. I don't want to do that. Let's see.
I don't want to. Actually, I don't know where I'm gonna put my PC.
Hmm.
But I would love. But like, I love desks. Desks are very useful things.
Yes,
You can put stuff on them, but my
you
desk does
can.
not fit enough stuff.
You need a larger desk.
My desk is not large enough.
um, let's see. What else happened recently?
I have been experimenting with my Vita again.
Nice.
So, do you remember how I told you I was gonna put Mother 3 on it and play Mother 3 on it?
Yeah,
I
you
did
did,
that.
didn't you? Yeah,
And
that's
then and it ran really well. And
nice.
then I was like, well, I want more space. But here's the problem with the Vita. The Vita has proprietary memory cards. And I
Yeah.
had the smallest one, I think. I had 8 gigabytes. And getting
Mhm.
even just like 64, you have to pay like $120 because they don't make them anymore.
Mhm.
But with modded Vitas, you can do this cool thing, which I've already told you about this, but I want to talk about it because it's really cool, called SD to Vita, where you can literally buy a game card that has a micro SD slot in it. And by a micro SD card, I bought a 64 gig one, and you can go into your Vita and change your main like drive to be your game card slot instead of your memory card. So
Oh,
I got I got 64 gigabytes for like so I did that. I
nice.
got 64 gigabytes for like $20 instead of 100.
Mm.
But it's really neat. It's one of those really weird things that you don't think of. Like
Yeah,
why would I ever change my main storage to my game card? They've also done a
yeah.
thing where you can change your main storage to your like because okay, so Vitas have like service, like Vitas can have service just like your phone can,
Yeah.
but the place where you can put like the chip to get
Hold on. 1 second.
oh,
You can keep.
the place that you can put the chip in to get service also can for some reason be used as a storage, so you can also switch your main storage to your SIM card. It's so weird, but it's very interesting to me.
Alright.
It's very, very interesting.
Mm.
Yeah, you you can switch your main storage to your SIM card. I don't know why that's so funny to me.
That is
Um,
interesting.
yeah, but the Vita, I didn't realize Vita Homebrew had so much stuff around it, but it really does, and it's really a
Oh yeah, no,
it's a really
there's a
nice
lot.
console. It's kind of funny because it's like it's definitely less powerful than the 3DS by like a long shot. I don't know
Mhm.
if by a long shot, but it definitely is less powerful than the 3DS. But it had more console ports than the 3DS did. Like more, it had way
Yeah,
more like functional console ports. Like they ported the entirety of the first three Ratchet and Clank games from PS2
yeah, they did.
onto it.
Didn't
They
those suck there though?
the first three Ratchet and Clank games?
No, the port of them.
No, I haven't, and it's really good.
Oh, I thought the ports of those were bad. Did they make a custom? Did they make their own Ratchet and Clank game for the PS Vita?
I don't think so. They made a one. They made a Sly Cooper one though,
Hmm.
and the Sly
I remember
Cooper
there
one
being
wasn't
one
good.
Ratchet and Clank game for like the PS Vita or PSP, and it was really bad.
It might have been the PSP.
That would make sense.
Um, but there's really like the I don't know. It's a really cool console, surprisingly. And I mean,
Nice.
honestly, honestly, I kind of am enjoying it more than my 3DS.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's cool.
definitely recommend buying one. They can't be that
Mhm.
expensive. They're old.
Probably not. No, you just have to find a second market one. I have a PSP, so
uh,
yeah. You have to find one online for PS Vita as well. You can probably get one for about $200 though. If
oh,
you're lucky.
yeah,
Or not.
I got really, really fucking lucky and found one at a like flea market for like
Nice.
it was either like $20 or $50.
Oh, that's a good deal.
I got really lucky.
That is really lucky. Damn. Game Maker. Game Maker Garage, I think it was called. Or is it Game Builder Garage?
I think that's Game Builder Garage.
Yeah. Game Garage Builder. Yeah. Game Garage Builder.
Is that what it's called?
I think that's what it's called.
You build
what an
garage.
interesting game. What an interesting Nintendo game.
Oh yeah.
Classic Nintendo move, though. No one would have predicted this.
Classic Nintendo move. Excellent move.
So, so Nintendo basically took, because with the what was it called? Labo.
Yeah, this is
probably the next one after
Labo.
Well, see, with Labo there was there's a creation engine one that they released.
Yeah.
You could make your own Labo things,
Yeah.
but you had to buy the Labo cardboard for it,
Yeah.
and that made it cost more, and that sucked. But this is basically that done like a little bit better software wise. Like they updated it a lot and added a lot more stuff,
Yeah.
and there's no cardboard involved.
It looks. This is gonna sound really, really fucking stupid because it's a game, but it honestly looks like Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine has the same sort of thing where you take code blocks and you like connect them to make code. Like you don't have to write code in Unreal Engine. You can just connect
Really?
code blocks. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I've never written in. I've tried Unreal Engine. I didn't know that was how the coding worked.
Yeah, but you can literally connect like code blocks and that's one of the ways you can make code in Unreal Engine. So it looks a lot like that. And
Nice.
it's that effective. It could be really cool.
Oh yeah. So I looked into it. Arlo made a video on it. How it was really cool. There's one feature that he was concerned about not being there that would ruin it. I don't know if he's wrong or not, but from what I can tell, he actually was wrong in that video.
Uh-huh.
So Arlo said that he heard somewhere that there wouldn't be online support for it, like sharing.
Mm-hmm.
But the website does actually say that it supports online sharing,
Let's go.
just not in the way you would think.
Oh. Wait. Did Nintendo
It's still-
pull a Nintendo?
Kind of. So it won't work like Mario Maker, where you would think
Oh,
it
that's
would.
so dumb.
There's no place you can go that would pull it up. What you can do is it work more like Miitopia's Mii's.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a custom game and it totally works to share it. All you have to do is have the code.
That's dumb.
It's just something you have to go to.
That's
another website
dumb as
for.
hell.
Yeah, it's dumb, but at the very least, it's there. It's better than not having a sharing option.
Yeah. I bet within a week people are gonna have their own website up.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure there will be a website. Twitter will probably be a very common place to go. I do kind of understand why they're against that. People online are the way they are.
Yeah. I guess it does allow
Um,
for more freedom
Yeah.
in game making.
Yeah,
Whether that be good or bad.
this kind of allows them to not claim responsibility for it.
Uh-huh.
But I'm just glad at the very least you can share games. That makes it a lot better than it could have been. Because if it was just you have
Yeah.
to make the game, that sucks.
It's just it's all really funny to me. Because in my eyes, I saw this. I told you about this. I saw this, and my immediate reaction was Nintendo has finally figured out a way to profit off fan games. They
Yeah.
made the engine that you make the fan games in.
Yep.
They figured out how
It's
to
honestly
profit off
true.
fan games.
Yeah.
Imagine now they can go to any fan game and just be like, remake the game in our engine or die.
What's that? You made a fan game of Mario? Better make it in game engine or we'll kill you. And it's gotta be free.
You'll commit murder. But it
Nice
seems-
thing about this, it's only $30.
Whew! That's pretty
They
good.
could have pulled a Nintendo and made it 60, but they didn't. It's $30. I think it's a reasonable price to pay.
And they could have pulled a Game Maker and charged $200 for it.
Yeah.
Which that would have been hell.
I would not buy it for that price. It looks like it's pretty customizable too. You can make pretty in-depth models or draw sprites.
This
I am
definitely-
100% waiting for Mother 3 to get localized via Game Garage.
Yeah.
Someone will do it. Someone's gonna try and do that.
Someone will do it. I bet. I can't wait for someone to put Halo on there.
As long as they have RPG support, I definitely see someone trying to make Mother 3.
I really wonder if it's going to be... Do you think it's going to be good? Or do you think it's going to be as good, worse, or better than Dreams?
I don't think it'll be as good as Dreams.
You don't think?
No. But I think it'll be still really cool.
Uh-huh.
Dreams is way more impressive, honestly.
Well, we haven't seen it yet.
Someone literally ported the beginning of... Someone literally ported part of Fallout 4 to Dreams.
Oh, yeah. It was kind of insane.
Dreams is pretty impressive. I think
Dreams is
someone
kinda
really made Mario
crazy.
64 in Dreams. So I don't think this will be on par, but I think it'll be neat to see. What I'm interested in
Mhm.
seeing is how many game types does it support? What are the limitations of this? Because that's the real interesting thing about Game Garage Maker. We don't know the
Game
value of
Garage.
it until it's out.
Oh, yeah.
Once it's out, we'll start to understand what it is really. Because right now it sounds cool and all, but it's not impressive unless it has a good amount of freedom to it. If it's only you can only place so many things in the levels. You only
Yeah.
have so many sprites.
Stuff
ruins
like
it.
that.
Yeah. But if it's
But
full
if you
freedom,
can remake Mother 3, it's pretty good. That's
that
the
is worth
standard.
$30. That is perfect. That is amazing. I'd buy that.
What if this is how they localize it?
This
they
is
ju-
how Mother 3 gets localized. They just have us remake it in their engine.
No. They have preset games to show you what to do, and there's just the entirety of Mother 3, and they don't say anything.
They don't say
They don't
anything.
say anything.
Honestly, though, if this does actually work to where someone can port that, that is the only way we'll ever get that on a Nintendo console in America.
Oh yeah.
The question is, though, is that even a gameplay type that's supported? How many styles of gameplay does this support?
I'm guessing if the code is as free as something like Dreams, or as free as it should be,
Should be.
or if it is a good engine for actually making games, you should be able to make whatever genre of play, just based on the code.
Nice. I hope so.
Like, I mean, Dreams, you can literally make whatever genre.
Yeah.
And here it seems like you do 2D and 3D, and I would assume that you can at least do it in 2D.
They mostly seemed like platformers is the thing, though. Platformers are like just, basic 2D games.
If it's just platformers, I will be very upset.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to rewatch the trailer back, but it definitely seemed like there would be more than platformers. But if it's just Mario Maker, but without Mario, I will cry.
Yeah. I would be upset if it's that.
I can't wait for someone to remake Doom Eternal.
Yes.
What's the most absurd game that someone could remake with that?
I think Mother 3. Okay, so
I can't wait for someone to remake Fling Smash in HD.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm looking at the game again. It looks like it at the very least supports, like, I think 3D. Oh, it does support. It does look like it would support RPG style games.
Yeah, so I'm very excited.
Very
I'm very excited about it. Available in like a month.
Really? I thought it was later. I might buy this then.
June 11th.
I'll look into it once it comes out. I'll wait for reviews, but I might buy this if something cool is made in it.
Oh,
especially if like a big game is like launched into this.
Especially if it's like really fucking good.
Yeah. Because if this works as well as I'm hoping it will, it'd be amazing.
I'm definitely gonna wait for reviews. Because if it's not as... I'm gonna wait and see what games are made in it. Because if there's not a big enough variety in games, and it's just platformers, yeah, there might be some gold, but like... There's nothing platformer. Although that's the thing though. That's the thing that kind of sucks. Is that you have I guess it's not supposed to be like its own development engine that you can make whole games in. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be like a bridge into game development. Like you start making games in this, then you can go into something like Unreal Engine.
Yeah. Which is cool, because that'd be a good starting point for people. I might look into it, honestly, as a starting point. Although it might... I don't know if it's, like, a good starting point for, like, an adult.
No! I mean, any starting point is a good starting point.
Yeah.
I mean, adults still make... most adults... or Dreams games are made mostly by adults.
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, you could make one of those really odd comedy, like the comedic game that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Holy
shit.
Like, oh no. It's a
terrible but funny.
Oh no, the ceiling. But like, it'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Like one of the reasons I haven't touched anything like Game Maker, is because while it is a really good game development engine, it's like an engine where you have to learn all the quirks, and there isn't really a tutorial. The things that are good about this is guided.
Yeah.
And by the time you learn everything, you could just go off on your own. You already understand everything about the engine, and it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, and it's Nintendo, so it's obviously going to be guided well. So I'm probably going to get this, and yeah.
It's at least going to be polished.
Yeah.
Who knows?
They'll
Maybe we'll
definitely be
make a
good.
Pineapples and Pixels game based off all the weird shit we've said. The
Yes.
quest to destroy Malaysia. No, the request to erase Malaysia from all information agencies.
The quest to destroy existence.
The quest to destroy existence. The quest to clone 8-bit.
The quest to end the fucking game.
What
The
was
quest
the
to end this game and play something better.
what was the one employee's name that was always on fire?
Frank.
Frank. We should make a game about his whereabouts.
You have to find him.
You have to find Frank and he becomes a part of your party.
He's in Australia.
It's not even like an RPG, but he still becomes a part of your party.
He's either in Australia or Arizona.
But that'd be really cool. I really, it's gonna be really interesting. Especially if it's good. Especially if it's good, I'm going to buy this game. Especially if it's really good.
Definitely gonna get it. If it's good.
Because right now, here's the thing with my Switch. Right now, my Switch is just a Nintendo machine. I barely have any third-party games on it, if I'm being honest.
Well, this is a Nintendo game, so...
Yeah, but it's another good Nintendo game. So I
Yeah.
am excited, and this is a bridge to hold up a whole bunch of other games. And I can make games in it.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad. What I was trying to say was I'm glad I have another reason to play on my Switch.
Yes, me too. I was gonna also mention that. Like, I'm glad I can dust my Switch off again because of this.
I haven't
want
touched
more
my
reasons
Switch
to touch it.
in a very long time.
Neither have
I've been
I.
too busy on my PS Vita. But seriously, when the PS Vita is more interesting than a this generation console,
Yeah.
it's kind of yikes, dude.
Switch is getting boring. I played Metopia for a little bit and it was fun, but it's Metopia. It's a 3DS game. Even if it is pretty good, I want like a really interesting thing. So Game Garage, if it's good, it'll be really awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put my money on the fact that it's good, and if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
I will cry.
Yeah. I bet it will be good. The question is, will it be good, or will it be just good? Will it be sufficient for what they said it would technically be, or will it be what we expect it to be?
Will it be what we think it's gonna be, or will it be what they said it's gonna be, or is it gonna be beyond?
Yeah. So I hope that's good, because if it's really, really good, cool stuff's gonna be added.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's good enough to where they can make where people can just straight up remake games in it. Will Nintendo get upset about like certain games out there? Like, do you think if someone does localize Mother 3 through this, do you think Nintendo will take it down?
I don't see why they would, because I don't know, because they made money off the fact that you made it, and they also technically own it.
That's fair. Better question would be like a different game that they would be actively selling. Like if I don't know, if someone decided to go through the incredible effort of straight up remaking all of the Link's Awakening in it.
All of Link's Awakening?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but there's still the fact that people have to buy the game builder to play it. So no matter what, you're going to be buying something from Nintendo.
It'd be cheaper. It'd be half the price.
Yeah, I suppose. But, I mean, if we're being honest, the engine probably isn't going to be good enough to make something that's as good as the thing Nintendo made. Again, it's a very beginner engine. It's going to be like Dreams, where it's going to be really, really cool, but it's not like main game development. Like, it's going to be really, really cool, but it's not like you're going to be making entire... I mean, you can make entire games in it, but it's not like you're going to make, like, selling games. I doubt you'll even be able to save, like... It
Ooh,
isn't
that
going to
would
be meant
suck.
for this engine isn't going to be meant for full like 10-hour to 30-hour experiences. It's going to be for like hour and a half little games that are made by
Yeah, that's fair.
somebody.
Do you think there'll be a save option then? Because that would definitely that'd be a restriction. A lot of games would not be able to be made because of.
Is there in Dreams? I don't think there is.
Oh, yeah, there was.
I don't know. I might be wrong about that.
If there's no save option in this, so that would definitely kind of ruin our hopes for stuff like Mother 3.
Yeah, and again, while that
That's
would be
fair,
really
but that's
nice
probably
to
not gonna
see,
happen. Yeah.
but I don't think the games that are made in this are supposed to be long
Yeah.
enough in order to do that kind of thing. And there's probably going to be a size cap anyways
Yeah. I went through your
because somebody that you're sharing this game with isn't going to want to download a whole 1 GB game.
Yeah.
So there probably is a cap at some point.
Yeah. It's
At
cool.
least for
I'll probably check
models.
it out though. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Neat though. Let's see what else is happening.
The world is turning.
Really?
No!
Oh shit! You mean the world's
That's all, folks!
That's what would happen if the world stopped, Ethan. We would all fucking die instantly. If the world stopped turning, we would all be dead in 5 seconds or less.
Marvel announced a whole bunch of new movies.
They did.
They announced.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that last time. Yeah.
They announced The Marvels.
Yeah.
They announced.
All 3 of them, I think.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be. I think it's Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and somebody else. I don't know who. But,
Woman from One Division.
oh, yeah.
I think Photon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I might check that out.
Here, wait, let me see.
I'm waiting for the Miss Marvel TV show because I know they're making that. They actually, yeah, they announced a whole bunch of stuff. They announced a bunch
so
of new
much
movies,
shit, but I can't remember
and
any
then
of it.
I think they announced Phase 5 as well.
They announced some Phase 5 movies?
They announced, they announced stuff for Phase 5 as well. Yeah. They straight up went to Phase 5 and Phase 4, because Phase 4 is kind of short.
Marvel celebrates the movies.
Yeah, there's that, and then I found a video where they're going over what's going to happen in Phase
Yeah, they said
5.
so we got a release date for all these movies.
Yeah, we didn't get one for Phase 5.
But we got Spider-Man. We got Eternals coming, Eternals coming in November, which is exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Eternals. That looks interesting.
Oh yeah.
Alright, let's look over
December 17th for Spider-Man, March 25th next year for holy shit, hold on, this is going by really fast.
I got it. I watched it. I could just do the names.
But we got an announcement. We got a whole announcement for Wakanda Forever. That's new. We got the Marvels, which is also new.
I'll go over it.
Okay.
Yeah. So Black Widow will come out in July the 9th. Shang-Chi will come out September 3rd. Eternals will come out November 5th. Spider-Man No Way Home is going to come out on the 17th of December this year.
Mm-hmm.
Multiverse of Madness will come out next year. Thor Love and Thunder will come out, I think, next year. Let me see if there's a date. May 6th, 2022. Wakanda Forever, July 8th, 2022. The Marvels, November 11th. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, February 17th, 2023. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, May 5th, 2023.
A whole year.
And then
now.
they
They did
did a thing. Did you notice the thing?
The Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it's gonna be
They
good?
hinted. Oh, I hope it is.
It sucks that we're probably gonna have to wait for it. Was probably gonna have to wait until 2023 because something like
Yeah, it
that
was
is
20.
probably just a concept.
They're probably gonna release it in 2024.
I don't know.
We see when Guardians
Because
is coming out. I guess Guardians is coming out in May, so it'll probably
yeah,
be
it's like
2023
mid.
then.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be then. They totally did it on purpose, though. Because a lot of people are like, I don't know, is it the Fantastic Four they're hinting? Because it's Phase 4?
Mhm.
No. That's Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
That is unmistakably the Fantastic Four logo. They know what they're doing.
It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, hopefully.
I hope so.
See, I would have preferred James Gunn work on it. Just because he works on family-oriented, like, family dynamic movies better.
Yeah.
You know, like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies are, like, based around, like, family dynamics. And that's, like,
Yeah.
what Fantastic Four is known for.
Is James Gunn still fired?
No, they hired him back.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what? Okay, so I'm still sad. I'm a little bit sad to see no X-Men movies seemingly coming soon.
Yeah.
We
That's
got
what I'm thinking about, too.
literally no X-Men movies announced for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Which
They are working
fucking
on it, and they've
sucks.
confirmed. I believe they've confirmed the name for it, which is the Mutants.
That's nice. I hope they announce it and it's one of the things that maybe they just left out. But I hope they announce it and it comes out sooner than 2 years. Because I want to see an X-Men movie. I want to see X-Men movie.
It's yeah, I would too, but it's not. It's gonna be a bit before we see the X-Men. I don't think they're gonna appear till Phase 5 at least.
You think? That fucking sucks.
I mean, at earliest they'll be Phase 5. They won't be Phase 4.
I'm not even talking that they need a whole movie. I'm just talking that they need like, I just want a hint. You know, I want them to appear in like an end credit scene.
That might happen.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't put that past them. I could see a.
Hold on. Wait, let me check something.
The X-Men. What movie do you think would be the perfect movie to like? What would be the movie that would do that?
I don't know. Fantastic Four, maybe. Fantastic Four,
Eternals.
maybe Guardians, maybe Eternals, maybe Spider-Man, maybe Doctor Strange. It could be any number.
Eternals. It could. I'm thinking. If I had to place my bets, I would put it on Eternals because Eternals are. There's 3 categories of like beings on Earth in Marvel Comics. There's Eternals, there's humans, there's 4 people. Yeah, there's 4 of them. There's humans, Eternals, something else that the Eternals usually fight. I think they're called Deviants. And then there's mutants. So it would make
we don't
sense.
have mutants yet.
Yeah, it would make sense for Eternals to hint at the mutants. And they're going to call them the mutants, so it would make sense for them to kind of hint at that.
I could definitely see that happening in Eternals, and I could see them following up on it in something like Doctor Strange or Spider-Man being like, oh, the spread, like with Spider-Man it could be like the spread of mutants or whatever, and with Doctor Strange it could be like him looking into the anomaly.
Yeah.
This is something I have not foreseen.
Yeah. I personally think they've gone past the point where they can treat it as the mutants are being injected into the MCU. I think they've gotten to the point where they just have to have an explanation as to where mutants just are in the MCU and they've just been hiding for a long time. I think that would make more sense at this point with how they're handling it.
You don't think that they're gonna have a thing?
I don't think they'll do a multiverse story anymore for the mutants.
Well, not maybe not a multiverse story, but you don't think that they're gonna like there's gonna be like an outbreak because of something like WandaVision? You don't think? You think they're just gonna be in hiding?
I think they'll just have been in hiding because of oppression. Like a few of them have shown up, and tried to, but like it's immediately shown like in the movie that when they tried to be like superheroes, they were the government made sure they didn't do that.
Yeah, because they already have enough trouble with the superheroes that they
Yeah.
are
So
hiring.
like show them as like oppressed as to basically explain because the X-Men are always oppressed, and that would be a good explanation for why I haven't seen them yet. They just have been in hiding.
Mm-hmm.
If they were to have it happen because of like magic stuff, that would be interesting. I think they'd have to consider, especially if it's treated as like a virus, they'd have to definitely consider how they approach that.
Yeah.
Because of comparisons. So
Or
I
could
think they'll just do the. I personally think they'll just do it the oppression route because that would make sense with how the X-Men are treated in Marvel comics. The X-Men are infamous for being allegories for oppression and discrimination.
Although
so it makes sense if that's why we haven't seen them yet.
Although here's the thing, we still haven't seen a lot of what happened in the blip, right?
Yeah.
So like maybe, hold on. So we haven't seen a lot of stuff that happened in the blip. So it could be that maybe an event that we haven't seen that happened in the blip has could have summoned them, and maybe something like that could be shown in Black Widow if that timeline is shown. Because I think I would really hope that Black Widow doesn't just take place really far back. It would be a lot more interesting if Black Widow took place during the blip.
Yeah, that would be interesting, but sadly I'm pretty sure they confirmed it was taking place immediately after Civil War.
Damn it. Well,
yeah.
That's lame, but I would want to get a story during the blip.
I'm not interested in the Black Widow movie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna watch it, but...
yeah. I'm not, angry that it's a movie at all. Obviously, I'm excited for people that wanted a Black Widow movie. I'm glad she's getting her own movie. I just don't really want to watch a Black Widow movie.
Mm-hmm.
I never really found her as interesting.
It kind of needs its own ploy, because right now, it kind of just looks like it's going to have the format of, a Captain America movie.
Yeah. The other problem with the Black Widow movie as well is that bad timing. This is a Phase 3 movie. This is a movie that should have come out after Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would have watched it, but now that it's so far back in the timeline with a character I'm not super attached to, who I already saw fucking die.
Yeah.
I don't really want to go see it.
That's why I'm really fucking hoping that it takes place during the blip, or at least there's some really interesting ploy about it where you have to see it. The mutant outbreak. Maybe they're trying to stop the mutant outbreak.
If they come up with a reason for me to watch it that's interesting, then maybe. Let's go
because
over
obviously there
movies.
was.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, well, obviously there's some reason, some story that they saw, and they felt like they had to tell it through this movie. So there has to be something interesting about it. We just haven't seen it yet. Anyways, what were you saying?
Hopefully. Let's just go over what we're excited about for the next phases.
Oh yeah.
Which I guess we already were. Shang-Chi. Let me make sure I'm pronouncing that right.
Shang-Chi looks so fucking cool.
So, okay, let me look it up. I believe it is pronounced Shang-Chi.
That movie looks so cool.
Shang-Chi. Yeah.
So
the guy. So the guy who's playing him did actually make a tweet on his Twitter that it's pronounced Shang-Chi. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi, but I am.
Shang-Chi looks so
cool.
good.
I'm a sucker for just really fucking cool looking martial arts.
Yeah. I love fights.
Because that's
Shang-Chi
the practical
that
shit.
Movie.
You look at things like Infinity War, and sure, the fight between
cool,
the fight between Tony and the fight between Doctor Strange and Thanos, Tony and Thanos. Those are cool,
Yeah.
but those are very unrealistic situations.
Yeah.
And honestly, I find shit like this where it's just really, really talented martial artists way
Yeah.
cooler. And we're obviously getting more representation, which is always a good thing.
Oh yeah, we're the first Asian superhero.
Oh.
I'm surprised it's actually taken this long, but yeah.
I'm so fucking excited, dude.
Oh, we're getting the Mandarin. The real Mandarin.
The real Mandarin?
We're getting the real Mandarin.
Real Mandarin?
Yeah.
Iron Man 3?
Not Iron Man 3.
Fuck. No. I'm excited to see the real Mandarin.
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh god, I forgot about all the fucking Disney
Yeah,
Plus
I
shows
hope-
coming out.
Oh yeah, I'm about to go into that as well after we go over, because that's a phase. I think that's mostly phase 5 type stuff.
Is it?
A few of them at least are, because they went over a lot of phase 5 and a lot of it was the Disney Plus shows.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I don't know if I hope, but like I think it'd be interesting if the commentary with the Mandarin is like a social commentary on like how, you know, powerful white dude basically stereotyped and appropriated the Mandarin.
Yeah.
So that'd be interesting commentary, I suppose,
Mhm.
for like Marvel to do with that
Yeah.
movie. The martial arts also look amazing. I'm pretty sure Shang-Chi is just some dude. I'm pretty sure even in the comics he's just some guy that's just like really good at fighting.
Oh yeah.
So that's gonna be a really fun movie to look at. They're doing a lot of really interesting from what I've heard. People are saying that it's a really well done movie with like how they treat the culture and how they respect it.
Mm-hmm.
It looks cool as hell.
It does. It looks
there's,
really cool.
It's like tigers they're gonna have and like.
Oh
This
my
looks
god.
great.
There's just okay, hold on. Give me a second.
Yeah, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So
Just-
they're doing the actual Ten Rings and the Mandarin. It's awesome. And Shang-Chi fighting.
There's one shot in particular that just everything I'm excited about this movie.
Is it that one with like the bunch of people fighting?
Hold on. I'm gonna stream it to you, and then I'm gonna stream it to the people.
Yeah.
The ones who watch. That sounds really ominous. To the ones who watch us. Alright, it's
Here you
this. I'm gonna keep it muted because
Yeah.
copyright reasons. But
Yeah.
it's this fucking shot.
Hold
She
on,
comes
I
down.
only saw-
Oh,
hold- No,
okay.
hold on. I see Avengers.
What do you mean? Oh, I think I'm streaming the wrong window.
Yeah, you're on the wrong tab. I wanted to point that out.
I'll just share my second screen since there's not gonna be audio anyways.
Yeah. All right, this one. Yeah.
But it's this fucking shot. He comes down, and this guy. They did this practically. That's what's so cool about me.
Yeah.
They catch the. It's so cool. What is that catch? Just this one catch. It's so cool.
Yeah, no, he like throws it, knocks it out of his hand, just grabs the fucking knife.
That's funny kick, but just what even happens? He knocks it out of her hand, and then he catches it like that catch. And this is practical. They did that. That's so fucking
that's so
insane.
cool.
Just shit like that. If crap like that is throughout the whole movie, it's gonna be so fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
And even
Very excited for that.
even shots like this, right after this, where she's just like gracefully, like the choreography for this is gonna be so
Yeah.
fucking top notch. I'm
Ooh, take a look at
so
that knife.
excited.
Can you go back to that knife, the red one?
That one?
That is actually really interesting, because that is a type of metal that we have not seen in the MCU yet.
Is it adamantium?
It is not adamantium, but it does. So in the comics, I forget the name of this metal,
Mm-hmm.
but there's this type of like this is a sword that like it's made. There are a lot of swords that are made out of that,
Mm-hmm.
and they're used. That sword is usually used and wielded by a guy who fights Wolverine a lot.
Oh.
That is specifically the sword of the guy that is like known for he fights Wolverine a lot with that type of sword.
Oh.
So I don't know if that's a hint or anything, but I thought that was interesting because it looks very much like it.
That's gonna be good. And the actor they picked is so good. I've never. Okay, so I don't know this actor very well. Like I haven't seen a bunch of movies that he's in, or at least if I have, I can't remember them. But
Yeah,
just in these shots, I can tell
I think he's
he's
gonna do
gonna
a
be
great
good.
job. Yeah,
I can tell
I'm very
he's gonna
excited
do
for
a
it. I think
great
he'll do a
job.
great job.
Oh, and the child actor, like holy fuck! Like every actor in this movie, just from the trailer, just already looks just
I mean,
so
that's not
good.
surprising. Marvel's known for their incredible actor choices, their incredible
Oh
castings.
yeah, what is that? I keep looking at
The
what is
water,
that? Like everything, it's so cool, and I don't understand any
yeah,
of it, but it's so cool. I'm
yeah.
so
And I'm really
excited for this
excited for this
movie.
movie for like the other reason of just like this is a new IP for Marvel. I'm excited to see Marvel just try out a new things. We haven't really had a new thing for a bit, have we?
No,
So that's awesome.
uh,
Um,
I am
outside
also
of Shang-Chi, we're gonna get the Eternals, which I'm just excited for because it's also new and looks interesting. Could very much be like a Guardians of the Galaxy.
Angelina. What was her name? Angelina Jolie in the Marvel
Something like that, I
universe.
think.
That and that's big. She's a
Oh.
fantastic art actor that I know me and
Mm.
my family, particularly my mom, really really likes.
Ooh,
And
nice.
that one shot of her holding the sword right in front of her face, that
Oh
looks
yeah, the sword looks
fucking
so cool.
that one shot. We're getting so many just one shots that look really cool, just really fucking
Yeah.
cool.
Um, I don't really want to go over Eternals too much, just because I don't really know anything about it. Honestly, there's not a whole lot to go into. I'd say it's one of those movies that you're gonna see and it'll be just like
Oh,
it's like Guardians of the Galaxy, but before it became big. So I hope it is good. Probably will be.
Spider-Man: No Way Home. I'm pretty sure we
Yeah,
got some leaked pictures, and it looks
that's the one
fucking
I want to
awesome.
go over.
Hmm.
I am going to. So I'm actually because Spider-Man: No Way Home and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness are two movies that will literally eat up time. So I want to go over those last
Oh, okay.
because they will eat up time with how much we can talk about those movies alone. So I'm just gonna
Okay.
speed run rapid fire the rest of the movies.
Okay, so Thor:
So
Love and
Thor: Love
Thunder.
and
I
Thunder,
am excited. I
great.
hope Guardians are in it because if they aren't, I will be disappointed.
Yeah,
The
that's fair. We are getting forget her name. I think
one from the original movie and Dark Lord, whatever it was called,
yeah, and she's becoming like she's gonna be a Thor.
which
I think
is
the next
which
Thor.
is really cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see Marvel's interpretation of that. The MCU's at least.
The and we got
We're getting
um
the Marvels.
we got the Marvels, which is gonna be
Interesting. I
it's
think
gonna be
that'll
really
be neat.
good. I was one of the people that was like the original Captain Marvel isn't that bad. I mean, it's an
No,
enjoyable
it's not that
movie.
bad.
And Miss Marvel, I don't know why, but I have mad respect for Miss Marvel. Like Miss
Hmm.
Marvel is a really cool superhero to me.
Hmm.
Because it's just like literally a kid who just is a superhero. Like she just decided one day that she was gonna be a superhero. The young
Yeah.
superheroes are really interesting to me because they're very
Hmm.
relatable for young people, which is me.
Yeah. I bet you're
Um,
excited for the fact that we're getting a Miss Marvel Disney Plus show.
oh yeah, I'm really excited about
Yeah.
that.
So we're gonna get Black Panther Wakanda Forever. That is interesting because I still wonder what the plot of Black Panther Wakanda Forever is gonna
I
be because it's not
think
Black Panther 2.
I think it's got. Oh, it's not Black Panther 2.
No, it's named Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Well, no, I knew that, but I mean, none of the other movies other than like Iron Man were called 2. Like Winter Soldier 2 isn't called, or Captain America 2 isn't called Captain America 2. It's called Captain America Winter Soldier.
It's fair.
But
Still,
I've heard.
I mean, the way it's, but I mean, like, look at the way it's like shown. It's Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. It's not tiny name under banner. It's banner name
Yeah, that's
on
fair.
top of giant name. I feel like just the way they, because like if you look at Thor: Love and Thunder, the word Thor is big, Love and Thunder is small.
Is it?
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Wakanda Forever is much larger than the word Black Panther, which makes me think the name Wakanda Forever is more important than the name Black Panther. Like this will be technically, like it'll be related to Black Panther, like a Black Panther comic would be,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not going to be about the Black Panther
Mm-hmm.
For obvious reasons.
I have heard. The only thing that I've heard about it was that Shuri was going to become the new Black Panther, which makes sense. So maybe that movie will be like her transitioning into the role.
Yeah, I could very much see that. I could see it being Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Basically, is Wakanda's in turmoil or like just disarray because of the events of things happening,
Yeah.
and then it's gonna be about it's gonna be like how the Falcon and the Winter Soldier was, but for Wakanda and for Shuri.
Yeah, because they can't just recast T'Challa.
Yeah, that's
Everybody will be mad. If you are not mad about them recasting T'Challa, leave.
Luckily, they have not done that. So
Yeah, I really hope they don't do that.
No, they specifically
That'd be
said they
extremely
wouldn't.
disrespectful. All right, that's nice.
So, yeah,
But
yeah.
The Marvels again. We already went over. That's really good. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
I rewatched the Ant-Man and the Wasp movie, or Ant-Man and the Ant-Man and the Wasp movies. I still fucking love them. Ant-Man.
yeah.
I don't know.
So- Arguably, I think Ant-Man is a significantly better movie than Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I'll definitely say that.
And I have specific reasons for that. Ant-Man and the Wasp is a fun romp movie, but the problem with Ant-Man and the Wasp is it didn't really take advantage of what Ant-Man is as much, I think.
Yeah.
It was more funny story and less, holy shit, everything's huge.
Yeah.
The set pieces weren't as creative. Because there's some really cool segments in Ant-Man. Just the first one. And there really wasn't that as much in Ant-Man and the Wasp, I feel like. There wasn't as much of just Ant-Man being in this ridiculously cool place.
There wasn't that you never really saw from Ant-Man's point of view. And even if you did, there wasn't like ever a shot where it was shown. It was normally like, oh, he's small with the background blurred. Like there wasn't any shots that were really creative.
Ant-Man 1 definitely has some creative shots. I mean, literally the Thomas the Train fight was amazing.
It's so fucking funny.
That.
He gets hit
so
by
good.
a train. Hit by Thomas.
And it just tumbles over.
Oh no!
So that was great. I hope we get more of that.
Yeah.
Interesting though, the name Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Mm-hmm.
So this is clearly dealing with the quantum realm. And that's intriguing to me because a lot of the leaks for the Fantastic Four movie, because they confirmed there will be a Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, they did.
A lot of the leaks are saying that that it'll be split into two for Fantastic Four movie, like two halves. Not like they'll release two halves, but like it'll be the movie itself will have two parts.
Yeah.
Where like half of the movie will be in the 60s and the other half will be them in the quantum realm. Where basically the Fantastic Four movie will be set in the 60s until they end up in the quantum realm.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be interesting, especially because also the Quantum City we saw in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Mm-hmm.
If Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania goes to the Quantum City,
and they meet the Fantastic Four, and they're surviving there with other people. That could be really interesting.
Uh-huh.
Could also be interesting because they might be exploring the microverse.
Yeah.
Because that's also a thing Marvel has, the microverse, and it's just I don't actually know what the microverse is as much, but basically, it's just a bunch of tiny people.
Oh.
It's a tiny universe.
It's literally a dimension. It's literally just it's just a dimension that can only be accessed by shrinking between the molecules.
Yeah, that basically is what it is. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see people to see like that done,
Uh-huh.
and I'm pretty sure in the comics, yeah, the Fantastic Four have ended up in the microverse there a few times, specifically with Doctor Doom holding them there apparently.
Oh.
God, I hope they do Doctor Doom well.
Going past that, got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Oh, I love Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a really good movie.
Tiny spoiler here. So here's your just quick warning.
Uh-huh.
So if we looked at every name for Guardians of the Galaxy, I think a lot of people have brought this up already, but the Guardians of the Galaxy's color of the name
Yeah.
has always related to the person who dies.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So look at Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one.
Yeah.
It was brown. It was like brown/bronze. Groot died.
Oh.
Guardians Volume 2 was blue, and Yondu died.
And Guardians 3 is green.
The experimental one for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was green and purple.
Damn.
I think that was supposed to come out before Infinity War originally, so guess who died there?
And
Because of purple.
And there is another Gamora still running around.
Oh yeah, good point.
Because
But also the new logo is gray and red and yellow.
What?
Yeah, they have a new logo for it. Obviously, if you look at the
Wait, no, I was saying what to the colors?
oh, yeah, gray, red, and yellow. Do you know who that would be?
Gray, red, and yellow.
Mainly gray and red.
Yeah. Oh no.
Poor Drax.
Do you think Drax is gonna die? Do you think those are just? Do you think it's more likely that Drax is gonna die? Or do you think it's more likely that those are just the colors that they chose to show this off?
I think it's very likely that something will happen to Drax. He may not die, but I think Drax will be a focus. Because if you remember, Drax's main goal was kill Thanos. Thanos is dead now.
Yeah.
His main goal has been achieved. I could see him dying in combat or dying to protect people and being like, I'm okay with this. My literal only goal is complete.
Oh, that would suck.
And he's like, I'm gonna go meet the people now that I wanted to get revenge for.
He's gonna go see his family again. Oh,
Yeah.
that fucking sucks.
So that would make sense, honestly. I could see that being the case. Man, that would be sad for the Guardians, though, because now we've had both Gamora and Drax will be dead. So we're just stuck with now all we have is Peter Quill,
Rocket.
Rocket,
We'll probably have Big
Groot.
Groot back by this time.
yeah, and whoever Karen Gillan plays.
Nebula.
Yeah, Nebula and the lady with the antennas.
Mantis, which
We
is not
lost
a bad
two-
team, but
That's not a bad team, but we
Drax.
lost two people.
I think we're still gonna have Gamora.
I don't know.
You don't know?
It was never really stated whether or not she was still
Well, there
alive.
was, and maybe maybe this is the reason it was deleted, but there was a deleted scene that they released where everybody was kneeling, like all the heroes were kneeling for Tony.
Yeah.
If you've seen this deleted scene, and near the end of the deleted scene, they show Gamora just running off.
Oh,
So if that
But it
deleted
is
scene is
deleted.
still like canon, I don't know why they would film that scene if it wasn't canon though.
Yeah. I didn't know she was running off at the end of it. Let me see that.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Huh.
okay. Interesting then. So maybe they'll be looking for her. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you think the Guardians are gonna be in Thor: Love and Thunder? Like, what's the likelihood? It wouldn't make sense if they weren't, but like they would have to give
Yeah.
a reasoning. Uh-huh.
It's interesting because I honestly thought Thor: Love and Thunder would come out after Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and I
Me
think it was
too,
originally-
because I really wanted to see Thor and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yeah, but I do think it's been confirmed actually. There's been leaked set photos.
Of the Guardians in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yes.
Cool. Do you think they're gonna be? Here's a better question. Do you think they're gonna be main
Yeah, well,
characters, or do you think they're just gonna drop them off somewhere?
I hope they don't just drop him off and that they go with him for a little bit.
Yeah.
I hope that Thor: Love and Thunder is going to be like it's going to be like a Thor space movie.
Yeah.
That's what I really want to see happen. I hope we get Beta Ray Bill.
Because it'd be a really interesting concept because this godlike almost like this literal this guy represents God or represents a god,
Hey God,
which is
yeah.
very
The God
very
of Thunder,
human.
just going around with random people in spaceship.
You don't normally think of things like that and like space
Yeah.
mixing, right?
Yeah, space mixing. Yeah,
You don't
Like,
think
it's
of
a-
like
it'd be a
ethereal
sci-fi
beings
Norse
in
mythology.
space.
yeah. And it'd be like a testament to just like what Marvel movies can be because of how the MCU is structured now.
Yeah.
And that's something I hope they do more, where they just do experimental, ridiculous stories where you can have a Norse god travel about with like space travelers, just because you can do that.
Yeah.
Mix franchises you wouldn't expect. So that's
Interesting. I'm really excited for
Uh-huh.
both of those things. Again,
Very-
I think we went over Fantastic Four already. I'm really
Yeah.
excited for that.
I
It's gonna be
have-
awesome.
I have one more thing to go over before we go over Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. All the Avengers movies, so Avengers 1 and Avengers 2 came out in like 3 years with each other. So did Avengers Age of Ultron and Avengers Infinity War. They came out within 3 years of each other. It's been almost 3 years since Endgame.
has it really? Wow.
It's been about 2 years.
Can we
Do
count
you
that?
think-
Because there was basically a delay year just because of COVID.
I think we can count it. Because if you want to even get deeper, there was only a year difference between Infinity War and Endgame, so they were like one movie.
Yeah, but that was treated as a part 1 and a part 2.
It was, but I don't know. Do you think? But we have things planned for the next 2 years, so that would still give time for them to release another movie that would work in time. So do you think that they're
Yeah.
gonna do or announce another big team up movie in that time?
So,
At least till 2023.
interesting thing to bring up. Two things. First of all, I do think we'll eventually have another Avengers movie. I think we'll have like a young Avengers movie.
Uh huh.
Or like just the new Avengers type name for a movie where we'll basically get all of the. I think it'll be a bit before we get an Avengers movie, just because I think they're gonna build it up to where at the very least I would expect a Phase 4 ending Avengers movie,
Mm-hmm.
but realistically I would say Phase 5's ending is going to be the Avengers team up movie.
You don't think we're gonna get a big team up movie throughout the entirety of Phase 4?
Well, Phase 4 is a short time span, or at least that was the intent. Number one. Number two, that is not necessarily what I'm saying. I'm saying we won't get an Avengers team up movie. I do think we'll have a team up movie, and that's going to lead into discussion of the last two movies we've been saving, actually.
Oh. Okay.
So, let's start with Spider-Man.
All right.
I'm
I
go over.
fucking love Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go over like these two movies, and by the time that ends, it will have explained my point.
Okay.
So, Spider-Man: No Way Home. From I'm really hoping this is true, but don't give your hopes up. I guess don't get your hopes up. I mean,
Uh-huh.
because it could very much be a one division situation where we're all disappointed because of our hypes.
Mm-hmm.
But so Spider-Man: No Way Home has already cast the guy who played Doc Ock in the Sam Raimi verse as Doc Ock again, and they cast the guy that played Electro in The Amazing Spider-Man as Electro again.
Oh, that's weird.
People keep saying, like I keep hearing constant news of these two actors are not in these movies, and they're like, it's getting to the point where it's very adamant. And it could just be that they genuinely aren't in the movie, but it could also
Yeah.
be that they're trying really hard to like to throw us off to where Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are actually in this movie. I'm really hoping that this is a multiverse story and that it's going to be like, so it's going to be like Tom Holland and all the other Spider-Man, all of the Spider-Man team up.
Uh-huh.
And just like, that's why it's named No Way Home. They're in like
Yeah.
they're in the wrong dimension. There's some more proof of where that could be true because they've said Spider-Man: No Way Home is directly tied to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
They've said that?
They, I believe, have said that movie will tie in directly to that movie.
That's
They will be
weird.
connected. So that gives me more
That's
thoughts
wacky.
that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will very much so probably deal with that.
Uh-huh.
Another thing is, it turns out Doctor Strange actually was supposed to show up in WandaVision.
Mm.
They actually
That
were
makes
gonna
sense.
film that. They just couldn't because of like filming issues, and also
Yeah.
they decided against it eventually just because they wanted more of a focus on Wanda. But they definitely considered having a Doctor Strange cameo.
Yeah.
So that leak was partly true.
And
That leads into my big team up movie thing, where I think they're gonna do a mini team up movie.
do you think that's gonna be Doctor Strange?
I think so. I think Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will be a movie where we're gonna get Doctor Strange, Wanda or the Scarlet Witch,
Uh-huh.
and all three Spider-Men.
Oh my god. What if that it's like the end credit scene of like oh wait, hold on. Actually no, this actually makes sense. Because if Spider-Man No Way Home actually features those three characters, then it would make sense for Doctor Strange to come over here and be like, "What the fuck did you do?"
What the fuck did you do?
And him
He
have to
shows up
repair it.
and is like,
And
why?
then Wanda shows up and starts messing with shit. And he's like, "What the fuck did you do?"
Damn it. I actually kind of hope that's how that happens. Doctor Strange just shows up and is like, fuck. I leave for 5 minutes.
He just shows up and he's like, "So you're not supposed to be here, and neither are you."
He has to deal with both Wanda's bullshit and 2 entire extra Spider-Men. He just shows up like, damn it. Now there's 3 Spider-Men.
There's 3
Already-
Spider-Men.
I already fucking hated him in Infinity War. I told him I'd kill him if I had to. Now there's 3 of them.
There's 3 of them. He did kill him. That's the.
He did. He did kill him.
He did kill him.
You think Spider-Man's upset at Doctor Strange for that?
For murdering him.
Do you think Peter Parker's gonna show up and be like, "Hey, Strange, you fucking killed me. Can we address that?" He's like, "Shut up," and just like does a magic trick to make his mouth disappear for a minute or two.
Oh
Like,
my
shut
god.
up, walks away.
Oh, what if Sam Raimi Spider-Man? I don't remember the actor. I just remember that's the But what if
Tobey Maguire.
yeah, what if Tobey Maguire, because they mentioned Doctor Strange in the Spider-Man movies.
Oh yeah, I'm
What
really
if
hoping
what if
that he's like,
that
oh, we have one of you at my city. He looks very different.
what if he just shows up and he's like, "Hello, I'm Doctor Strange," and you're not supposed to be here, and it's like, "You're the Doctor Strange everyone's talking about," and he starts pulling out his
Yeah.
camera.
That would be perfect. He's like, oh, you're Doctor Strange. Everybody's talking about you. You look different.
Yeah, cause what? The Spider-Man from Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3 is the type of Spider-Man that worked at the Daily Bugle.
Yeah.
So this would make for one hell of a story. So I hope they interpret that into his character, because that wasn't really in Amazing Spider-Man or the new Spider-Man.
Oh, I do hope they take advantage of that. Another interesting fact, I actually really forgot to mention. This is one of the most interesting facts. I can't believe I forgot this one. So originally, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was going to be written by somebody else.
Uh-huh.
They changed the director and writer. Sam Raimi is actually in charge of Doctor Strange too. I am not kidding.
Wait, I think I. Oh
Let
my
me make
god!
absolute
We're
sure of
finally
that.
getting
Yeah, I'm
Spider-Man
right.
4.
I'm not no, maybe. They chose Sam Raimi to be in charge of Doctor Strange
Oh
2.
my god!
But not Spider-Man No
Doctor
Way Home,
Strange
which is what makes me
reference.
think that this is going to be one of those things, and since they're going to lead into that with that.
Oh my god! He knew all those years ago when he made the original one.
It makes sense that he would be doing a Doctor Strange movie, because I think he was also a really big fan of Doctor Strange.
Wouldn't it be so funny if they were like, "Oh yeah, Doctor Strange, the Doctor Strange from Spider-Man's Earth is the same Doctor Strange, and it's just because he had to hop over and make sure everything was okay at some point."
Oh, that would actually be really interesting. If he shows up and it's like, oh, my name's Doctor Strange, and he pops off, and they're like, that was cool, and that's why they mentioned him.
Oh yeah, he just popped over like, "I'm Doctor Strange. Is anything here messed up? Please tell
No.
me."
Or no, but what if Tom Holland Spider-Man ends up in the Sam Raimi universe?
Oh,
Like
oh,
they
that would be weird.
all of the Spider-Men accidentally end up in that universe specifically. And so
Yeah.
because of that, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is Doctor Strange going there and be like, yo, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
This is no. And he has to deal with that. And so then people know of him because of that.
Do you think there's gonna be a joke about the fact that J. Jonah Jameson looks exactly the same if that happens? You guys still like what if fucking Tobey Maguire pops over and he's
Oh
just like,
yeah. I
he's
get
like,
what
"You
you're
guys
saying.
still have
You're
J.
saying from
Jonah
it. That is
Jameson?"
great, yeah. No, he's gonna be like, oh, your J. Jonah Jameson has hair. Mine's balding.
Does your J. Jonah Jameson Does yours J. Jonah Jameson still laugh at you whenever you ask for a raise or to get paid for advance? He's like, "Dude, I don't work for J. Jonah Jameson.
I don't work for him. I work for Tony
Tobey
Stark.
Maguire just goes, "That was an option."
That was an option? Do you think Tony Stark exists in that universe?
I don't know.
He's like, no, I work for Tony. Who the fuck is Tony?
Do you? But it'll be really interesting to see a traditional Spider-Man, a bad Spider-Man, and MCU Spider-Man interacting. I don't mean to shit on Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield had a really good performance. It just wasn't well.
He gave a good performance, but his movies sucked.
Andrew Garfield was a really good actor, though.
I think it'd be really interesting if Andrew Garfield got to like play a villainous Spider-Man. Like if his Spider-Man is actually like misguided type evil, but like still bad guy, and is like helping Doc Ock. That could be unique, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I really would love to see. I really want to see Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man show up and Tom Holland's
that's
Spider-Man.
all I want.
I think that's what Tom Holland's Spider-Man kind of needs right now.
Uh-huh.
He's had two mentors die,
He needs one mentor that's just really good at mentoring, knows exactly how to be Spider-Man
Mm-hmm.
and how to find yourself as like what superhero you are,
Do you think?
and not die.
Oh yeah. He still would leave though, which would be sad.
He believed, but he wouldn't just straight up die,
Do you
so
think-
that they would know it's yeah.
Do you think that they would be jealous of the fact that Tobey Maguire doesn't need web shooters?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that point. No, but he does, doesn't he? He needs web
No.
shooters. He doesn't need them, but he uses them.
No, he doesn't.
I thought he had a plot in Spider-Man 2 where he like couldn't do the webs as well, and he had to create web shooters because of that.
That was because he lost his powers for a
Oh,
little bit. But I don't think he uses them normally.
that is weird. I don't like that. That's how that works for him.
You don't like how he can just shoot silk out of his wrist?
No, let's not acknowledge that.
You
Let's
don't want them
just
to
ignore
acknowledge the
that.
fact that he can just shoot
That would
webs.
hurt. Ew.
They also have thousands of spider hairs on their hands at all moments, so I don't think that's the weirdest thing.
Yeah. I do think it'd be interesting just to see like the different interpretations of the characters though, and just see them interact.
Have you
See what they
seen
think of each
the
other.
set pictures that they've shown?
No, not a ton. I think. Show me
They've
them.
shown 3 so far.
Mm.
I will stream them to you.
Yes. Watch stream.
Here's the first one.
Okay.
It's just very good, but you can already see that they're definitely out of their, like, they're definitely not having a good time. Like, they're not in
Yeah.
their normal house. Spider-Man managed to get Ned and I don't remember her name, MJ, mixed up into this, which sucks.
Yeah.
Although
it could
there
just
is
be that they're trying to deal with the fact that Spider-Man is literally, you know.
Peter
his
Parker
name-
has been criminalized.
Yeah.
Peter Parker is considered a murderer and a terrorist.
Yeah. So there's that.
And the only reason he probably hasn't been put in jail by now is because S.H.I.E.L.D. is protecting him.
Yeah, that's probably the only reason. So that's probably what's happening here. They're just going over it.
Also,
next-
we have gaming computer. Ned owns a gaming computer. And the This Is Fine sticker
Yeah.
is kind of funny to me. Next one. Oh, it didn't work. This shot's really
I've seen that shot. That looks like the type of shot where it'd be like something's up.
Like,
Can
what
we
the fuck
acknowledge
is that?
half of the room is white for some reason?
Yeah, that's really weird.
I wonder if that has to do with anything.
It looks like it's just covered in snow or a fuck ton of dust.
Yeah.
It's either an
Um,
it's either an extremely cold or an extremely dusty room.
They're looking at something bright. I could see that it the lighting
Mr.
kind of looks
Freeze.
like a sling ring. The
The
lighting reminds me of a sling ring.
It's definitely interesting to see all these shots and not have Spider-Man in them. It's just Peter Parker.
Yeah.
And again, I feel bad for MJ and Ned who got roped into this just because Peter was like,
Yeah.
"Hey guys, I'm a terrorist. Can you help me?"
I want to point something out just in case somebody like brings this up. So if you look at MJ's shadow, people thought that was Doctor Strange. That is not Doctor Strange's shadow. That is Ned's shadow.
Yeah.
Come on, Twitter.
You can see where the light is coming from. You can see where Ned is. You can physically see, although there is the shadow on Ned's face.
Mm.
No idea
Yeah.
what that's about. It definitely isn't a person because it's too
Yeah.
low to be a person.
It's probably just how the lighting works.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to consider what this like image could be. It could be like that is a Spider-Man showing up. I could see it being like,
It's always someone important
Sam-
showing up.
yeah, this seems like the scene where Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man showed up and be like, "Hey guys, what?"
Who the fuck?
That's it. He's like,
Pizza
how did I
time.
get here? And I hope that's his introduction. I hope he just shows up.
So
with,
like
like,
down a pizza.
And it just shows up with a fuck ton of pizza and it's like, pizza time.
It's like, who the fuck?
I hope they're like, who are you? And he's like, I'm the pizza guy. I'm the pizza guy. You ordered a pizza?
Oh my
Pizza
god.
time.
What if Wanda did something and by this point has already fucked something up and they're already in the universe and
Ooh.
they order a pizza just because they need food and it's him that shows up and he's like, "Wait, you're Peter Parker. You're the one from this universe." Wait,
Oh, that would be good.
pizza
Oh, that would
time.
make sense too, because Wanda in that one scene, basically, I think it was confirmed that she was messing with the multiverse, or like, it was very implied that she was messing with the multiverse. looking for
Yeah.
people. And she's just accidentally bringing people in, and that's what this movie's dealing with.
Pizza time.
Yeah, and he just shows up. And he's like, "Did someone order a large pepperoni?" It was like, "What the fuck?" All right, next one.
This shot is just a really cool shot.
That is a cool shot.
Also, I don't know why, but Tom Holland's hair in all of these, where it's just all frilled up.
He looks like a different person in every shot.
he
He looks a different age in every shot. Actually,
looks this he looks like a child in this one, and in this one and this one he looks very old.
yeah. The first one he looks like a teenager, and the second one he looks like a fully grown man. And- The last two, yeah.
uh,
I feel like that could also be an interesting shot. It could just be that they're just like hanging out there, and that's just like the places that they're going. But also, if you look at Peter's stance, that doesn't seem like a "hey, this is just where I've been hanging out." That seems like a meet person.
it's either a meat person or because Ned definitely seems surprised.
Yeah, they
MJ
both seem
seems
surprised.
afraid. I don't
Peter
know
looks
if
like,
this is gonna be a meat person shot, just because MJ looks more afraid than surprised. Like it's a like, what the fuck is this room? Well, Ned definitely looks like he knows what this room is, and it seems like this is where I've been hanging out shot, and like they show it, and it's like, I don't know,
Yeah.
fucking Doctor Strange's hideout or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Or
Oh, that would
Peter,
be
or
fun.
like,
Maybe if it's like Doctor Strange is helping Peter hide.
or like
He's like, yeah, I
or
just made a
maybe,
giant
like
fake
Tony's
building.
basement or some shit. I don't know. But like it's some place which is relevant to Ned, and not to MJ.
Yeah.
But whatever, it looks very interesting.
I can't wait for this movie. It's gonna be so
It's gonna be
interesting.
so
just
good.
to
I don't
see
care what
what's
the
happening.
plot is. I fucking love Spider-Man.
Yeah. And then Doctor Strange 2, I'm very excited for the obvious reasons. That's gonna be awesome.
Mhm.
I'm excited for Doctor Strange 2.
Oh, it's just gonna be so good. Do you think it's going? So we know it's obviously gonna be the multiverse. It's in the title.
Yes.
Real question is, so we know it's gonna have Wanda in it. We know it's going to be connected to, we know it's gonna be connected to Spider-Man, No Way Home. Do you think we're going to actually get any multiversal crossovers in that movie?
I hope so. But I don't know if we'll get like massive ones.
What if we get the old Avengers, like the
Oh.
Hulk that was just like a big guy?
I could see us getting cameos. Or like
Yeah.
a few minutes worth.
like how Doctor Who does it, where it's just like looking back on it, you know?
Yeah, or like they'll just I could see it more like they're just like hopping through dimensions really quick for like a little bit, and we just get a few minutes of it.
Well, like my
Or
thought,
we get like pictures of it where Doctor Strange is just looking at through multiverses, and we get like different shots of multiverses
oh yeah, that definitely sounds better.
and like pictures from those multiverses, and one of them would be that we'd get like the old Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would love to see them do a take on just like really shitty Avengers costumes. We get the classic terrible Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
We get the Captain America with the wings and like the glued on ears for some reason.
Oh,
The Hulk one where it's just some dude that was just colored green.
how fucking wacky would it be if we got like DC references?
That is not gonna happen.
Why not?
And just, well, first
Happened
of
in the
all,
comics.
it happened what?
Happened in the comics.
There's a big difference between it happening in the comics and a movie.
There definitely is, but it's just if it's just like a simple
It's because of,
reference. DC
it's
makes
because
references to Marvel all the time.
they do. I could see like a reference, like not visually, but you can't just do a visual reference. I think because Warner Brothers will get angry. That's the problem. It isn't a matter of DC and Marvel agreeing to it. It's a matter of Disney and Warner Brothers agreeing to it. That's why the
Disney.
comics work so easily, because there's just two comic book companies that were probably friends at the time.
Yeah.
This was two mega corporations doing that.
Uh-huh.
I don't see that happening as much. I think the best we could get is maybe Doctor Strange Fate. We might get like
Doctor
a
Strange
reference.
and ooh,
What?
I was just repeating what you said, being like, ooh,
Yeah,
that'd be
Doctor
really
Strange
interesting.
Fate. I could see maybe like the Amalgam comics being referenced.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. But I do think it'd be very interesting just to see their different interpretations of the universes. I definitely could see us getting a Marvel Ultimate Universe reference.
Mm. Yeah.
That would make sense to get like
Think
a
we
reference
get
to the Ultimate
oh I
Universe.
do you think we get like Miles Morales, maybe even fucking Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse references?
Maybe. For lucky. I definitely see references to like classic, like legacy Marvel movies.
Oh yeah.
I could see that. I think
Like
they would very
Daredevil.
much do a reference to the X-Men, just a small one. I think there would be a reference to stuff like the Ghost Rider movie, the Daredevil movie.
I would love if they do something with the TV shows.
Oh yeah, the
Just
TV shows
because
would
the
be
TV
fun.
shows are very under-respected
Yeah,
by the people who make the movies, and it pisses me off. Because even though maybe not all seasons of the TV shows are good, they definitely have some big hits.
yeah,
Like, and definitely under-respected, underrepresented. Like, maybe like I could understand if like Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, that bunch is in a different universe
yeah,
because those never really have events in them that are relating to um the MCU. So I could see that
yeah,
showing up in like the Multiverse of Madness, but it still pisses me off that that they may have decanonized the Marvel Agents, whatever it was called.
Agents of Shield.
Agents of
Yeah,
S.H.I.E.L.D. because that was such a good show. And there was like Agent Coulson. Like fucking Agent Coulson.
yeah,
That was show we all shot that we all thought that show was canon. And there's like no.
yeah.
I
I consider it canon still.
consider it canon still until they do something where it's like, no, he's here now.
I consider it. I consider that show canon in the way I consider Doctor Who's Big Finish content canon. It's canon until a contradiction, and then everything but the contradiction is canon.
Mm-hmm.
The MCU takes precedence on canon, but that's not straight up proven as not in the MCU.
Yeah, until they're
It's
like
canon.
Agent Coulson has been dead this whole time.
Yeah, until they're like that, I'm considering it canon.
But I could see definitely us seeing some Daredevil, some Jessica Jones, some Punisher, some oh, I'm trying to remember his name, Luke Cage, some Iron
Luke
Fist would be
Cage,
really
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah,
Just them appearing, like maybe not for the whole movie, just like a scene with it in that universe would be really neat.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Another interesting thing about Spider-Man: No Way Home,
Mm-hmm.
again, is people have Marvel has like the people who have been advertising it have been saying that it will be one of the largest cinematic Spider-Man movies ever.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that's just going to be like a random Spider-Man movie if it's going to be the way they're anticipating it.
Oh yeah, if it I just while the Spider-Man storyline they're going on about is really interesting, it cannot make for that big of a movie.
No, it wouldn't be the biggest.
Spider-Man movie ever. I think it was, yeah, there was something like that. Let me see if I can find the quote.
And there's no way the movie can just sit on that plot, because that plot really can't stand on its own.
Yeah.
It's not a very interesting plot if there isn't something alien introduced into it. Like, not something extraterrestrial, but something that's, like, not related to the story introduced into it to push that story forward. Because that, again, that plot really just can't stand by itself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dude, okay, so this just came in my head out of nowhere. What if Spider-Man kind of being shunned leads him to finding the mutants who have been oppressed this whole time?
That would make sense because that's something that in the comics is the case. Spider-Man usually like relates really well with the X-Men just because he understands being like treated the way they are by like people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh. I'm just excited to see more. I'm just really excited to see some Spider-Man and I just love Spider-Man. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just really excited to see some Spider-Man and fucking Doctor Strange crossover because their interactions were always really funny.
Yeah. I hope that happened. I'm very excited for this. I also hope they make fun of I hope they make fun of Alex Jones. I hope that's what J.
What?
Jonah Jameson in the
Oh.
in this MCU is basically a parody of.
Uh-huh.
And I hope they make fun of him with it. He just starts like spouting insane bullshit that is objectively not true.
Spider-Man
Like-
destroyed Britain.
Yeah, like stuff like that. It's like today on the Daily Bugle, is Spider-Man after your car?
Did Spider-Man adopt your child?
Is Spider-Man trying to kill you and steal your home?
Is your husband secretly Spider-Man? Like, no, we know.
Am I
Spider-Man's
secretly
identity.
Spider-Man?
What are you on about, J. Jonah? Am I secretly Spider-Man? It shows that scene from Spider-Man, or the deleted scene, where he's just running around.
I hope the end of the movie, like he loses all credibility because it turns out he just like loves Spider-Man, but he's like an asshole about it. Like he secretly dresses up as Spider-Man.
Well, because I think one of J. Jonah Jameson's things was that he never actually hated Spider-Man. He was just always pointing out the bad so Spider-Man would
Yeah.
become a better hero.
That's
So he
fair.
would do better.
Yeah.
Because if there's no one out there to point out Spider-Man's bad, then you get things like Homelander, where he just believes he's a god. They can do
Yeah,
no wrong.
Yeah. It'll be very interesting to see their interpretation of him. So yeah, I'm very excited for the new Marvel movies.
Mm-hmm. It's
Yeah.
gonna be so good.
Yeah.
I love Spider-Man. Oh, and we have fucking Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 coming out in the near
Oh, yeah.
future. Holy fuck.
That's gonna be good.
We got so many movies.
Yeah.
I say
And
we got so
Marvel.
many movies, but this is gonna be spread over 2 years. 2
Yeah.
fucking years.
There's some nice DC movies as well. But there's nothing like new that's been announced, I don't think. Something that I care too much about that we haven't gone over before, so I'm not gonna really mention it.
Exciting though, man.
Yeah, I am excited.
I'm so excited for all these.
Do we have anything else to go over before we
I don't.
I don't either. We have a Discord server and a Minecraft server. I just added some cool things on the Minecraft server, some dungeons. I'll be adding more in the future.
Yeah.
If you want to check it out, the link is in the
Minecraft.
description.
Yeah.
Remember to like, comment, share, link,
Remember to
Say
repost this on
download
Facebook.
print every frame of the video.
Remember to share it via Game Builder Garage on Nintendo Switch.
Force people to watch our content against their will.
Remember to slap that like button harder than you slap your friends.
Remember to hit that bell so hard you fucking punch a hole straight through your phone.
Make sure to hit that like button so hard it goes to the hospital.
Make sure to destroy all of your public. Make sure to destroy all of your property.
And install Honey.
Yeah, make sure to install Honey, the free browsing program
Remember
that
to
steals
install
your
Mr.
data.
Beast. It steals your
Steals
data.
your fucking data. I'm not gonna. We are not sponsored by Honey.
We're
I'm
not
not gonna
sponsored.
promote Honey. I'm pretty sure they steal people's data.
Do you think?
I've heard they actually steal people's data.
That's the one thing they explicitly say they don't do. They're like, we do
Well-
not do this. We would in no world
guess they
do
lied.
this, does it?
I mean, it would make sense that they're like, no, we definitely don't steal your data. Remember, guys, we definitely do not steal your data.
And then they just do it.
And then they steal your data.
What the fuck? You said you weren't gonna do it. I lied.
I
What'd you
lied.
expect?
I
Why would
lied.
tell you?
As I have from the very beginning.
Oh,
Yeah.
just very
Anyways.
excited for all the new things coming
Uh-huh.
soon.
Yeah. I
Which-
think.
And none of those things are gonna be Metroid Prime 4 because Nintendo will never make that game. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night. We'll never have Metroid Prime 4.